Like in Mumbai, the directors are all like 40 plus, 50 plus types, you know. Here I saw everybody was like in their 20s,
Young.
like early 20s. I was a schoolgirl, then suddenly one baby was given to me by the end of it, and I realized, oh, this baby's mine. But I'm a baby myself. For me, it was quite new, and I remember saying one dialogue, "Or velila parichipadu," 35 times, and then crying eventually because I was like, I don't know what else to say. That's when I realized that 100 times you don't need to go to the director and say, was it okay? Can I see the monitor? I never see the monitor. I don't. After that, if anything's gone wrong, like no, she's like, the way she's like, yeah, this guy can't act. Car and this and that, and now that list is taken, made a crumpled ball, and I've thrown it in the dustbin. Make sure don't get married again. And I was like, but I want to get married.
Yeah, why not?
What the hell? I want to get married.
ஷீன்ற ஒரு வெப் சீரிஸ் பார்த்துருந்தீங்கன்னா இவங்க யாருன்னு நான் உங்களுக்கு எக்ஸ்பிளைனே பண்ண வேணாம். அதில் ஒரு பாவப்பட்ட கான்ஸ்டபிளாக உள்ள வந்து எல்லா வேலையும் பார்ப்பாங்க. So I believe you probably got what I was trying to say.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah, perfect. Congrats on what you've achieved with regard to Star. Not an easy role to portray, because as we were discussing earlier, it's one of those template typical Selvaragavan kind of a female character where, you know, she stands for his dream.
Yeah.
She has to let go, and she's also already part of a broken family.
Right.
So you saying S2 role comes from a lot of things that keep running in your mind, right?
Right.
You might have to consider what's the look and what's the timeline. And you're coming all the way from Mumbai. Probably your very first Tamil film was in the year 2017, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
You were really young.
When I was in school, I was also almost there.
What did you do what were you in that film?
I was Chinna Ponnu. Not bad. High five.
Chinna Ponnu. So yeah. So adanala, why did you want to do Star?
Honestly, Ilan is a friend for the past few years. He's been my Tamil tutor. Whenever I did Selva Raghavan's film also.
Yeah, with
Mr.
Santhanam.
Yeah, with Santhanam sir. So that point of time, I knew only Ilan, because at some point he had considered me for Star and other things. The script has been with him also for a while. So I just, whenever I came to Chennai, I had two people here. I also knew Sarjun sir at that point of time, and Nilan, and you know, all these, like I used to really wonder, because in Bombay, like in Mumbai, the directors are all like 40 plus, 50 plus types, you know. Here I saw everybody was like in their 20s,
young.
like early 20s. Yeah, I was really intrigued, and they used to be like, yeah, I was shooting this, I was shooting that, and then they'll be on a bike and they'll be doing everything. So it's pretty chilled out, yeah. So I was really excited by Chennai, because when I came for Gemini Ganeshan, that was a typical route that everybody takes, right? I did theatre mainly, and my mentor has been Makrandesh Pandey. So he
didn't reject you? Like in Star, what? Kalai had to go through.
Oh, no. Yeah, but it was quite a deal to get to Ansh Theatre Group for me. And he told me, "Tu South kyun nahi karti hai?" So I was like, "Sir, how do I do South? I don't know." He's like, "You should do South." Like, he's worked with Puri Jagan sir and many other, even Mani sir for that matter, now in the last film. So I was like, okay, then he said, you should go explore. Abhi tum young ho, you're a young girl now, go explore now only. That's how I came, you know, that I thought, okay, let's explore, because if I'm doing theatre, I'll do this also. And that time you're ready to do anything, anywhere.
Yeah,
there's no jhanjat of managers, vanity vans, makeup, hair, nothing. I was put there. I didn't know what I was doing. I was a schoolgirl. Then suddenly one baby was given to me by the end of it, and I realized, oh, this baby's mine. But I'm a baby myself. What about that? So then I still remember Ilan asking me, why are you doing this film? I said, what else to do? I don't know. I mean, is there a pick or something? He's like, it's okay, now do it now, whatever. And yeah, I mean, Atharva was amazing at that point of time. Then I did Manvan Vandanadi, but for some reason, it was shot quite a bit, and then it didn't go further. But we shot almost 70% of the film we had shot in Armenia and all, with proper dancing thing and this and that, everything. So with 20-25 days of schedule, we were in Armenia itself. So I was like, okay, great. If this is, and I saw posters around while we were shooting, and everybody told me Selvaso is like the man, the director. And then I watched that 7G Rainbow. Yeah, after when I was working with him, I watched, because he has one rule of not blinking, right? Absolutely. That's the thing with him. So for me, it was quite new, and I remember saying one dialogue, "Or velila parichipadu," 35 times, and then crying eventually because I was like, I don't know what else to say. So for me, it was quite new, and I remember saying one dialogue, Poru velila perichparu 35 times and then crying eventually
Damn.
because I was
Damn.
like, I don't know what else to say. And I was in Armenia that time, I remember. So that happened, and then when it didn't, whatever happened to it for whatever reasons, I at that point of time got She with Imtiaz sir in 2000, just soon after that. And I did She, and then there was a lockdown, so I did season 1, season 2. Then I did Ashram with Prakash Jha, again season 1 to 3, where I was a wrestler. So much time as an actor goes into rebuilding my body also, right?
But in the early start of your career, you get to work with Prakash Jha, Imtiaz Ali, Selvaragavan.
Nishikant
What the
Kamath.
fuck?
It's, honestly, it's manifestation. I have written it down in the order.
What are the other names left?
Now Zoya Akhtar is there. So yeah, I'm going to
You're doing?
No, I'm going to ask her. I've been telling her.
Chalta hai.
Ho jayega. And here I have a list of people now.
Nice,
I
good
have
to know.
like Vetramaran sir. I want to work with him
Good to
really
know,
bad.
good to know.
And of course, I want to work with.
Were you there when
Shankar
they
sir.
shot that scene?
I met him on the flight
Nice.
to Madurai.
Nice.
And very.
Which is our hometown, yeah.
Oh, it's a very funny scene happened. Should
Go
I
ahead,
tell you?
please.
Oh God, he's like, and I'm a very goofy person, okay? So I've done the same thing with in Cannes with Tarantino and Russell Crowe.
You met both of them?
Didn't recognize them. I knew that they are these people, but I was like, are they these people? Anyway, I'll go get something to eat.
Shit!
I'm that a goofy. So this time with Vetramaran sir, and my sister knows this really well. She's a writer. And so this time what happened, we were going to Madurai for the promotions, and that bus goes to the aircraft. So me, my spot boy, my stylist, and we were there, 3 of us, and Vetramaran sir was there, okay? So I have alter egos, and also we were talking like that. Like I have a 4-year-old child in me. So we were doing time pass basically, okay?
With your assistants?
And with my assistants,
Don't tell me with Vetrimaran sir.
No, with my assistants. Okay?
Cool.
The goof is that. No?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Then I said that, you know what, let's do one thing now, let's take a candid. So my spot boy asked Vetramaran sir without recognizing him, okay? Even he didn't, because we all were in our jolly mood, we were chilling and all that. And we were happy, full on. So he said, sir, can you take one photo? I said, yeah, can you please take a candid photo? When we are talking, can you take that? Completely forgetting it's Vetramaran, because he was very simply dressed.
Always.
He was standing he was standing with his phone and his ticket, and that's it. And I didn't even look that much. I just said, please. I told my spot boy like that, okay? And then he clicked a picture, and then as we went out, people were clicking pictures with him and me simultaneously. Like they asked me because out of She's whatever She fame and Vetramaran sir. So that lady who asked me for a picture, I told her, I said, who's he? So she's like, Vetramaran sir. I was like, no way!
I can go back to him and ask for an audition or a look test. Oh, you made me click pictures for you. And
it's been 2 years. I've been messaging him, and he's been I've been messaging him Happy New Year, this, that, everything, my work, this, that, everything. And I didn't recognize him, and I was like, and I was not wearing makeup that day, okay? Because I was wearing big glasses. I didn't care. I just put my glasses up, and I was like, sir, Aaditi, you remember my message? And he's like, yeah. I said, I'm so sorry. By the time we started walking in the aircraft, then I said, dude, I always do this. Why? I should go and read, keep watching people or tattoo them on me or something, touch me or something like that. So I went there and I saw my seat was right next to his. So thankfully, I was like, thank God.
You took another 1 hour to say sorry to him, and walk him into a conversation, and then...
Yeah, I got that chance.
Nice.
And he was so sweet, so lovely. And I guess people told me later that he likes actresses without makeup. So I guess that also worked for me. I was not...
But you aren't bringing these glasses for the shoot, but without makeup, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean... see, this is how goofy I am.
Nice. Which is okay. Those are the kind of heroines they used to write in Telugu cinema 10-15 years back. The one that Jenny Leah kind of made it a template, the goofy, heartwarming, soft, tender, yet
could be
rebellious.
Yeah. I'm all of this actually.
So
just teenager nahi hai, but I'm all of that.
Good only, no?
Yeah,
good. Yeah, so I mean, so okay. I think the interesting part about before getting into the world of Star, Imtiaz, Selvaragavan, that's like different schools, man.
Yeah.
And also Ilavarasan, who's Ilan,
Yes.
It's another way of making films.
Yes.
So and getting to do all this at the early start of your career, it probably gives you a learning curve.
Yeah.
So I think how's that helping you today?
Yeah, like with Selva sir, it was such a learning, because I realized that whoever is my director, I need to mold myself according to the director. and not the language and not the, the surroundings I'm in, none of that, or my comfort zone for that matter. So that's one thing I learned from him. And confidence came to me with Salva sir was because when everybody said that nobody has given a one take with Salva sir at that point of time. And we both were literally like, I still don't understand what am I doing right or wrong. That why is he not talking or what's happening? I was always intrigued and inquisitive, like, So, and that day I gave that one take, like completely. And his wife said that, you've done a good job. So I said, wow. That moment I realized that the language is not my barrier. The fear was just that, how will I say one after the other? Because I can't frame the sentences. That's it. But if I mug it up, then I can, right? Then there's no problem with my emotions written down with the meaning and all that. So that was one thing that I learned from Salma sir. From Prakash sir, Prakash Jha is such a veteran director. And he's worked with almost from Bachchan Saab to everybody in the industry.
Everybody.
From him, I learned how to, just be. Seriously, just be. They don't really direct, they let you be. If you're doing your job, not good and bad, if you're doing the part, the character, because I was playing a Haryanvi girl in Ashram.
So you gotta do your homework, no?
And I was 10 kilos more. I had put on 10 kilos for that role. Yeah, to become a kushti wali. So that's when I realized that 100 times you don't need to go to the director and say, was it okay? Can I see the monitor? I never see the monitor. I don't. After that, if anything's gone wrong, I rectify the mistake later, Like even in Star, I have a problem with my hair in the beginning. I was like, why does it look like this? Like, why is it so done up? So next time I know what to do. I just be myself, and it's okay. And
it's a character where you just bump into the guy's life out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
So probably you wanted to look a little dolled up because you're meeting him for the first time and you wanted him to have your best.
Yeah, that was the idea with the brief. That's all. But later on, I believe in no makeup. Honestly, I don't want makeup. I don't want any hair. I just do basic things. And I think because, it comes in the way of the performance. If it's required, it's a glam role, then it's a different part, But it's a girl next door, then one should just be simply how a girl next door would be. Simple kajal and lip balm and bindi is fine. And, you're there. Your eyes are speaking for you. I believe in that. Then with Imtiaz sir again, like my most favorite. I mean, I love Imtiaz. I love working with him because he's just he makes it so simple for you to slip in the character and don't even realize it and enjoy it. He just comes and says something in your ear and he's like, can you do it? This, that, this. And you're like, haan, theek hai. And you just go in the world. Some magic he has. Exactly what I felt with Ilan also. Not just because I have done Star now, but certainly that kind of I'm already a trained actor. So I needed somebody to push me further from there rather than doing the same thing again and it'll be boring, right? So what he told me were the nuances of the girl, Surabhi, Jimiki, basically. Like, no, she's like, she's like, this guy can't act. And then she's like, Kumar, Koki Kumar. That was so nice.
The whole theatre scenario was nice. And when you walk into his house for the first time, you try and manage the parents.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much like that. I go into anybody's house and I make myself comfortable. Unless they kick me out or tell me, please don't behave like that. Because I feel if there is some problem, people can tell you. But you should behave yourself. Like the way you are, you should be yourself. So, I mean, that's what he added on when he told me those small things. Because I wouldn't know how these people who are probably from the rural side will behave or whatever, right? And Surabhi was that girl. And suddenly her appa calls and she's like, yeah, what happened? Gets into the serious
business. She goes home, she cleans, makes, fixes the
fixes the washing machine.
And also there comes a point where you are the one who gave money for the treatment for Kalai's father.
Right.
It's a very quite strongly written character. And when I was talking to the director about the purpose of your character in the film, he says everybody knows for a fact that after the accident the film is going to get depressing. So your character brings in the breather.
The breeze,
So she's actually the comedian and also the supporting actor and also acts as a support system to him.
Yes.
And the one thing that I really liked about the way your role was picturized was you don't really give a faff about the fact that he wants to break this marriage periodically and then go off. You were like, I know.
Right.
How did you see that juncture?
So that's what I mean. Emotional scenes are my strength. That I can do, like with the father and other things. That's something I enjoy doing, and I enjoy performance. So I love doing that. The fun bit, the nuances that Ilan added, they all got me to a point where she's so mature about looking at life as if not like that she doesn't have a choice now, or leave this man or go somewhere. Not impulsive, but she's like, let him go through this. It's okay. If I have said I love you, love is not just messaging good night baby or good morning baby or I love you on 14th of Feb, right? It's a way more than that. It's actually a state. So if you are in love with somebody, you're going to be courageous about it. So that's what I loved about Jimiki, about Surabhi, that she was courageous. When she was needed to be courageous, she was courageous, and she took her own calls. For that, she didn't need anybody to tell her that, you do this or you don't do this. So I love such girls who are courageous, who stand up for like their loved ones, for themselves, and humanity on a whole. Like she is a humane person. If you see, she cares about everybody. For that matter, even Meera, she's jealous of her, but she's like, "ठीक है." मतलब it's not so shown so much, but I could believe.
No, I
was
think
like
that comes from the point that you were waiting to bump into his life,
right.
so that the minute she leaves,
exactly.
bang, I'm inside.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna make use of that situation to tell him, dude, you just
Right.
chose the wrong person. I am
Right.
the right one. Those are those,
Literally.
so those are things that's the belief that you have.
Yeah, right.
The fact that
Right.
that was very nicely done, and also I think very few characters give you scope for carrying sari throughout.
Yes.
I think that was another
Yeah.
niche to the role, I would say.
Right.
So how like I think
Like,
are you like a little conscious about how you look on screen? Because with due respect, I've seen actors spend a lot of time on.
Yeah.
I mean, that takes away the performance,
I know.
man.
I am least bothered about how I look on screen. You must have seen in She also. I was never. They told me no makeup. I have done I've made it thoda black and all my eye this thing. Otherwise, it would not look the part. So I'm least bothered about how and what I look. Once I know, so I basically take some time before signing the script. So first thing, if somebody says I have a script for you, I get tensed. I get tense. I feel like, oh man, now I'll read this, then I'll see whether I want to do it. And right now, I don't want to be sounding snooty that I want to, I don't want to. But certainly, once I say yes, I completely surrender to it. And I feel like whatever is required for this character, I'll go to the highest of the highest order of it and I'll perform it. Like,
And actors are weirdos, right?
No actors are?
Actors are generally weird people.
Yeah.
Psyche wise,
Yeah.
you just go to a point where they wanna like. So when you kind of எங்க ஊர்ல சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல புடவைய தூக்கி கட்டிட்டு தான் பெரு. Did they tell you to do it, or you kind of instinctive about it?
They told me to do it because
it's not part of your lifestyle probably. Sari is not your daily.
Right. And also I felt it's logical because it's watered down. So both ways it works.
No, that is also it is a point where a woman says, I am taking charge of things. Fuck off.
Correct. Right.
From here on, it's mine.
Right,
because she's going for a job. She's trying to revive her relationship with her dad. Dad takes her for a ride. She's taking care of the party. There's too many things that she does. And I was wondering why you were working at. Was it buttloads of money you made in the film?
No? I was wondering where was I working?
She was able to rent out a place. She's trying to get the advance for it.
Yeah.
That's what.
So but what do you think? Like, do you think that it's too good to be true? Like this girl, Surabhi?
See, those are the type of women where they don't end up putting posts on Instagram saying this is me.
Right.
But there are women like that, and if you casual of somebody like that, you don't let them go. That's how my wife is. Kind lady. She's very young. The age gap between me and her is 8. But the way she takes charge of things, is unbelievable. And the way she stood up for my flaws, and she, I come from a broken marriage, and then she takes charge of things, and she is ready to go all through. And there's the community thing that the differences, but she never gives up on me, and that's given her another purpose for me to live life.
Wow.
So
amazing.
When you end up seeing women like that, it's just that that's your lucky day in fucking making use of it. Otherwise, you're an asshole. So that I like the fact that the whole Jimiki thing felt so seamless.
Right.
In spite of the fact that your whole father episode was a detour, that particular scene spoke volumes of what she is. And that is important for a film too.
Correct.
Because at the end of the film, she gets pregnant, and that's another big high point in the film. So if I don't invest my thought towards you, then how do you expect me to stay empathetic towards Surabhi, or she is anchoring him and come on, when the right woman comes into your life, she fixes everything. Not just wardrobe, not just attitude, behavior. She will fix.
But guys don't like it because I am Surabhi, but it doesn't work.
I know it's there, but you're also goofy, no? So I think it's a combo. I think it'll work.
I am exactly who Jimki is actually.
Yeah.
I am this girl, and then
Are you also authoritative? Do you like fixing problems? Do you attract broken hearts to your
yes,
do you
I
do
do.
that?
I do. Yeah.
Nice.
From father to everybody, and I'm like,
Good to
when
know.
will it stop?
Good to know. It's a loop. Yeah.
It's a loop.
I think that's your karma, man.
Could
You're,
be.
you're
Also.
supposed to do
But
that.
I'm happy doing that now after certain learnings that I've had. So I've lost both my parents a couple of years ago.
Shh, I'm so sorry.
I was 15, mom passed, and I was 25, dad passed. So
what are you saying,
in
man?
10 years time, so I've
What are you
learned
saying? Dude,
from the other end.
respect.
और आगे धीरे धीरे I'm going forward in life and watching myself of how I'm going forward. Of course,
Have you spoken about this?
Two
No.
in general.
Yeah, I mean,
I generally talk when I talk. I'm not really spoken about this particularly.
but yeah, I mean, I'm not. It's very insensitive to ask what happened. But what happened to you?
What happened to me?
That's like that's a learning for people, man. I like bringing sob stories out. There's so much.
Yeah. No, actually, you know what? Honestly, when my mom passed, that time I was too young to realize what happened, and it happened very quickly in 3 days. She just had fever, and she passed away. So I was a runner that time.
Shit.
So I went and punched the doctor only because I was so angry.
You couldn't save my mother.
Yeah, because I said, what happened? Nothing happened. She got fever and she just went. And then later, 10 years down the line, my dad very strangely though, he was like kind of an atheist and very, very strict personality. He was also an athlete in his time, but he was basically a food technologist. He stopped eating food. Like, I mean, he just said, I'm done. I have to go now. So from there, from both of them, my spiritual journey really began at lengths. And because couldn't handle it, none of the fame, none of the Mercedes, none of the buying of houses, which I had on my list, like I said, I'm a manifestor. So I had my car and this and that, and now that list is taken, made a crumpled ball, and I've thrown it in the dustbin. This moment is real for me. That's it.
God.
After this Patakla, I don't know what's going to happen. Simply because I've seen it, like nobody can really plan. You can't plan anything.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And
when you go through,
morning, you have to go pee.
Exactly.
Can't even control that.
So when you go through it, you realize
bro. So you got siblings?
I have an elder sister. She's a writer.
Wow.
So it's me and her now, like this, like close, very close.
But you know, I have seen it's a detour, but it's okay. I have seen guys or like couples where probably they had a fucked up childhood. They really don't want to have a baby. They tend to become little antenatal and stuff.
Right.
But come on, yeah, broken people are the ones who can give more.
Yeah, exactly.
And you'll make a great parent.
Exactly. And my parents, you'll not believe it. My mom, when she was going, she said, don't get married. And she knew she's going to go. She knew it. She just knew it. It was like that. She said, until you're on your own feet, don't get married. And my dad, we were going, make sure don't get married, okay? And I was like, but I want to get married.
Yeah, why
what the hell? I want to get married. I tell everybody I want to get married. What is the big deal? I want to have babies and dogs and everything. I'm okay taking care of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I fascinate over Samira Reddy now more than back then. She makes more sense now. It's amazing to look at her Insta reels or whatever the kind of life that she believes in.
Right.
So let all your manifestations fall in place.
Absolutely. One life, no? We have to live it fully, man.
Also manifest, no? Let it release, yeah.
Yeah, why is it? But I don't understand.
I don't know.
They should.
Yeah, I know.
It's almost over. 8, 10 days of work was left.
Oh shit, man.
And it's a great character.
Yeah, solid. No, he is. See, to people like us, the 90s kids, you know, Selva was the first guy who kind of untapped the taboo.
Right.
The so-called taboo that the society believes in. He brought that to limelight, saying socially awkward guys with no social cues can still end up in a relationship, and when the right girl comes, she will fix you. And it's not just fixing you for the sake of it, things that requires to make your life better.
Right.
So let's put the cherry on the cake. What's with this whole athlete thing, man? What are you back? Like, so you...
I was a runner, 100 and 200 meters.
Shit, no wonder you look so... Like, see, if you talk about Regina has a very... her fitness is different.
Yeah.
So your fitness tells that you've been running for quite a while.
Yeah.
So what was it like? When did you get into all those? So you're a state level or a...
I was a winner at state and then nationals participant. So
shit, man.
Like, full on, only I was getting ready for Commonwealth at that time. Full on, 3 hours morning, 3 hours evening. That's why I could do ashram so well, so easily. I didn't have much time. I've learned wrestling in 4 days in that. and I had to wrestle with Bobby Sir, which was also quite a task. Right. So, but my body has that rhythm of working out for so many years. So that's why, and I never put on weight. I eat as much as I can, but I never put
Oh
on weight.
God, that's
So
a blessing, man.
I'm that one who never, like, you know, there are many actresses who say, I eat everything and I don't, it's all a lie.
No, absolutely.
But I eat everything and I don't put on weight. So it's good.
And have you seen all these track and field athletes from generally from United States where
Right.
they actually look like heroines, man.
Yeah.
But they do all
Of
these
course.
track and field
Yeah.
stuff. It's just they have this flair to
Yeah,
look
right.
very presentable and attractive,
Yeah.
even when they're running.
Yeah.
So I
Because
think,
that's, for me, running was my first love.
Why?
It liberated me so much.
Wow.
Because with that.
Literally, it's not even analogical. It's literal
It's
sense.
literal, yeah.
No metaphor.
Yeah.
I liked running because it was liberating.
It was completely liberating.
And you were good at it.
I was 12 seconds, 12.202, 02, not
Yeah,
20.
yeah. 100.
100.
Shit. And you can still do it now?
No, not in this month.
Now 15.
I'll be 14. 13.5, 14.
Look at the life of an athlete. For that 1 second, you got to do 1 year of practice.
Not 1 year. Almost 4 years. With 4 years, I came down with 1 second.
Bad shit crazy, bro.
And the best part, I'll tell you what, since we've spoken about this, whenever you win a state or a national, you come back to heats and you start with 0.
Yeah.
I love that. Even as a character, even if you've done the best of the jobs, you've got an Oscar, a new script is a new life. New baby, completely.
Sports drama in general works for me, man. It's so uplifting.
Yeah.
There's always an underdog narrative to it, and there's closure in the film.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what? I've been doing this for 10 years now.
Okay.
And let me tell you, you're gonna go a long way.
Oh, thank you.
And you're gonna stick around for a while.
Thank you.
And
Then I'll learn the language for sure.
Yes, I think if you crack the language, it's a given.
Yes.
Because I think at the end of the day, it is personalities that become stars.
Right.
Not actors who become stars.
Right. Absolutely.
And it's not even about becoming a star. It's about fucking getting to do what you want.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you wake up and you do what you want to do. That's
totally
liberating.
Absolutely.
As much as I wish to run.
Yeah. Try.
That's liberating.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you. I wasn't looking forward to this conversation because I thought you would be a little, probably, oh God, I don't know this guy. What's with this whole interview?
No, you're so cool. In fact, I'm so eased out because...
I'm glad I could make you feel that. But trust me, you have been given this life so that the collective consciousness is going to make you a better actor.
Yes. Wow.
Perfect.
That's a great line.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.